Last year is going to be Carson Griffith there playing in central midfield. That's a second-team Big South All-Pick in 2022.
Him and Diego Hernandez should have a lot of effect on that offense. As far as the Tigers go, first-time starter Enrique Montana over there on the right side, led by Mohamed Say. Career, he has 19 goals, and they're going to look to produce through him tonight.
Well, he's just so deceptively quick, but he's also terrific when the ball's in a wide area.
Ready to kick off here, a moment of silence from both teams as we kneel for unity. Both teams lined up, and we are ready to go. Tigers in the white tops and orange shorts. Presbyterian in the all blue, starting off fast. It's Presbyterian College. As you see Gibert there headed away and out of bounds for a throw-in.
Yeah, you can already see him matched up against Hutchison.
Hutchinson tried to keep it out, but it will go out of bounds for a goal kick.
Gibert, just experienced defender, one of those all Pac-12 players from Oregon State last year. Shepherds that ball out of play.
Clemson keeper Joseph Ndima out of Ghana. 6.667 save percentage so far on the season. The Clemson backline has done well to keep trouble away from him for the most part, but when it has, he has risen to the occasion.
Clever footwork there from Hutchison.
Kalala right on the corner. Kalala crosses it in, but it'll be right back to the Tigers back line, and they will push it forward. A couple of minutes in, both teams just kind of feeling each other out and looking for an option. PC doing well to move it forward, and there's a foul. PC head coach Nick Venati, the man who spent a lot of time in the upstate with CISA's first season here with the Blue Hose. And he is trying to build a program here that's had some success in the recent years, and he looks to continue that.
Yeah, and he's about 7 months into this project. Talking to Nick yesterday, he has 16 new players on this roster from last year. And last year's team, of course, set the school record for the most number of wins at the Division I level with 10. So one of the big things he talked about was just the long-term development of this team.
Good push forward. It's taken off Parrish's foot. It will just be a deep throw-in. Clemson will take it back. Try to reset with Marboy, the freshman out of Senegal.
That's really nice from Gibert.
Great pass over to Dekin. See Adam Lundegaard wearing the captain's armband tonight. Pass in for the Tigers is going to go well out. On the other side, you see Mike Noonan. His resume speaks for himself, 2021 national champions, and he's done a great job over the last 10, 15 years of reviving this Tiger program and taking them to new heights.
Absolutely, Easton.
James D. kicking it out for the Blue Hose. Marboy does well to get it over to Ken. One thing Clemson really likes to do is play out of the back. And Presbyterian's going to do the best they can to kind of sniff it out early.
Yeah, talking to Nick, you know, I think conventional wisdom would say if you're not the favorite in a game, you're going to play a little bit of the lower line of confrontation. But he talked a lot about just taking risk and trying to press Clemson when they had opportunities and not allow them to build out of the back. So I think we'll see some of that.
Montana, great pass in and back over to Lundegaard. Lundegaard kind of playing up a little bit. Great support here from the Clemson Tiger Band. So here comes Presbyterian on the other side, tried to control it, but it goes out of bounds.
I just kind of got on the other side of Pop Marboy, but couldn't keep the ball in play.
They go with the sending, finds Say. DeKin tries to pressure. PC sitting up the right side, trying to walk the line, but can't do it. Lundegaard, the left back out of Maryland. 5 minutes in, both teams just kind of keeping it in the middle of the field. No real chances for either team. Great send in over to the left side. DeKin tries to get it to Say, but he's going to be called offsides.
Well, if you get a glimpse at the Presbyterian goalkeeper, James D. there, Easton, he just keeps shielding his eyes from that sun. As this sun sets over this tennis facility, it's going to be in his eyes for this entire half. Important for Clemson to create some opportunities here early and test him. Use that to their advantage.
D sends it out. Presbyterian with some numbers here. Kalala eventually snuffed out there, but had a few players running into the box for the Blue Hose. Well, had a man out wide, but he tried to play it inside, and Clemson just kind of suffocated him.
That was pretty routine from Andima.
Tigers moving in the middle of the field. Finds DeKin. Back to Lundegaard. Clemson really working it back and forth, trying to find the right option. As the players pushed down, it looked like Say in transition there as he was trying to accept the pass from Montana.
Yeah, and that opened up nicely for him. That's the thing when you're trying to unlock teams. If you can hit that big diagonal ball, change the point of attack like Lundegaard does there. Terrific first touch from Enrique. It can pull teams apart a little bit. And he had a nice little ball into Mohamed Say, which he was just fouled as he was making his movement.
Quick pass off. Clemson has numbers. Looked like it was off a Presbyterian foot, and it will be. Tigers play it back once again. Finds DeKin on the left side. The cross inside, well wide. Saved right on the end line, though. Montana looked great to... Oh, that's some questionable contact on the right side.
Yeah, it looks like that was worse. Could have been worse than it looked there, Nathan Richmond.
Clemson in the box. On the back post, the bouncer. It'll go wide, though.
Yeah, dangerous little whip ball from Nathan Richmond. He was involved in a little altercation there. He got chopped down, but he on his feet again quickly. Sends a dangerous ball in there, DeKin. DeKin nods it down. Earns Clemson a corner.
It's the first real chance we've seen from the Tigers, and it'll set up first corner of the night. Nathan Richmond does well to cross it in there. See Brandon Parrish out of Nashville, Tennessee.
I guess your usual suspects come forward. Mohamed Say, Pop Marboy, Adam Lundegaard. I think we're going to see a whipped-in swinger here from Brandon Parrish.
The cross inside, a header, cross back, and another save. Tigers inside the box still, and they'll try to spread them out. Good pressure there from the Blue Hose.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if D got to that or a Presbyterian defender.
Another cross in, trying to find the head of what looked like Mohamed Say. And then it will eventually go out for a Clemson throw-in. Tigers picking up the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, they just ratcheted up the tempo there with that corner kick in the second phase of that.
Another throw in deep inside Blue Hose territory. Montana looking for an open man. Tries not to settle for one back in Jabert, and he doesn't. Clemson maintaining possession.
Jabert doing a nice job of just releasing the pressure and dropping the ball to his center back.
Good switch of the field to DeKin.
Jabert so composed on the ball, but I think that's going to be a yellow card for Jackson Roble.
Definitely. It's a great tackle there, and Presbyterian was set to counter. It's kind of looked like Jackson Roble did what he had to do there.
It's just a fraction of a second too late there.
See that corner from earlier, so close as the first chance, goes right out to Roble, and he kicks it, unfortunately, he kicks it away from the keeper, but a Presbyterian defender was there to deflect the pass and get it away.
Good instincts from the Presbyterian back line. The keeper was beaten, they dropped on the line. Critical save early there for Presbyterian. You certainly don't want to go down 1-0 early.
Some passing between Marboyan and Dima. He will eventually send it up. Tried to get to Montana, but taken away by Presbyterian. Blue Hose are doing well to pressure high and really not let the back line of Clemson start anything and find any great passes that they can transition down the field.
And that's the toughest part about pressing is for it to be effective, you really need more than 3 or 4 players involved. Otherwise, a team can find that next level pass, just like Ndima is able to spring that ball out to DeKin. You're going to have your outside back stepping up and locking that down as well.
Say playing back there, taken away though.
Yeah, Carson Griffith does well to come in and poach that ball from Say.
Kalala with the pass back. Now Lim and Presbyterian trying to set something up on their own. It's a great pass forward, but Jabert was there to snuff it out. Into Hutchinson away. Second there to spread it out for Clemson.
Yeah, Hutchinson Hernandez creating a little havoc there for PC.
Unfortunate header there by Roble, and it'll be Presbyterian ball on the Tiger half of the field. Sends it back to Ndima. We see this 3-back formation that Noonan is trying out in recent matches. We see Say work around Presbyterian. It's been really interesting to see this team adapt.
Yeah, and in that 3-back, what you're always looking for is that weak side, outside midfielder to drop in defensively in those moments of transition and turn that into a back 4. And then obviously in transitional moments going forward, they can spring out and get more players into the attack early.
Open pass over. Roble with a shot well outside the 18. Blocked by Presbyterian. But now Clemson upping the tempo here in Blue Hose territory. Marboy over to Lundegaard. He's got DeKin on the left side. Decides to go back to Marboy. Good pass by Montana.
Well done from Enrique Montana. Little one-touch pass to release Jackson Roble into space.
Here comes Parrish again, the 1-2. Parrish on the right side, it's blocked. Looking for that cross, but some good passing there from Enrique Montana. Now the foul on Hutchinson for Presbyterian will give a free kick quickly to the Tigers.
As Gilbert read that really, really well. Was able to get first to the ball before Hutchison drew the foul. Looked like Clemson was going to retain possession anyway.
Clemson trying to produce on those crosses from right outside the 18. Here's Montana again. Good attempt there, but taken away once again by Presbyterian. Here they come.
Well, that's Carson Griffith again, just experienced in those defensive moments, moving his feet, able to cut the ball out.
Say sends it back to Paris. Last 8 minutes or so, Clemson has consistently stayed on Presbyterian side of the field. Great save there by Duquesne as he tries to cross it in.
He does well to save that ball, doesn't he?
That hustle is what you want to see from your left wings. It's Richmond on the right side now. Richmond works his way inside the 18. Fights off a defender, the cross in, and he's right there for the easy goal.
And that's Mohammed.
Hey, what do you say?
Down.
Great work in and team goal for Clemson. A pass in from Richmond, and Say was just there wide open on the back post.
I don't know if Mohammed Say will score easy goal. Nathan Richmond does so much work, and what I really like him as a wide player is he's deceptive. Is he going to cut inside and put it on his left foot and have a shot, or is he going to keep it on his right and drive to the end line? You can see he makes a decision here. He sizes up the defender, fakes like he's going inside, cuts to the end line. Quality delivery.
Nate Richmond does well to work past that defender. I mean, great footwork. And Mohammed's just there for the gift that keeps on giving for his second goal of the season. My goodness, look at that fake. And
there wasn't a lot in it from a technical standpoint from Mohammed Say, but positioning and timing is everything. He's patient. He stays in an onside position. And it's a matter of just getting there and taking the easy one.
Richmond gave him a little dead leg there. Did you see that? I mean, he moved his entire leg past it. Just completely fooled the defender, just enough for him to get that open pass and move past him.
And moving forward, you know, he's shown that he can take it to the end line. I think the next couple of times you might see him cut in and put that on his left and have a go himself.
Well, 15 minutes in, and the Tigers finally strike first. Here's Presbyterian trying to do something of their own. They have some space here on the Clemson half of the field. And good takeaway by the Tigers. Say on the right side. Switches the field. Trying to find Duquesne.
That's a good idea for Mohammed Say. Well, you know, we're 4 games in for this Clemson team, and they've scored early in every match and gotten the go-ahead goal. It's a matter of hunting that second and putting a little distance between them and the opposition.
Foul there for Presbyterian College, Ryan Galloway. Yeah, you've seen Clemson kind of start early and have that fast tempo, but by the end of the match, it just kind of wavers. And so if I'm Mike Noonan, I want to see Clemson capitalize on this as much as possible and as early as possible so they can capitalize on this momentum.
Hey, you certainly like to see the second goal come quickly.
On the other side, if you're Presbyterian, had a great start to the season, scored 8 against Southern Wesleyan right down the road, and then had a close 2-0 loss to Davidson just a week ago. You know they have to look to counter, and soon, if they want to keep the momentum as close in their favor as possible.
And Clemson's had the lion's share of possession here early, so they're going to have to make the most of their transitional moments when they can get on the ball and and create ways of how they can hurt this Clemson team.
Jabert sends it over to Montana. Montana with all the space in the world, looking for Say. Say double covered. PC will take it right back. 27 minutes left in the first half. Clemson, after 15, scores a great one, with Richmond doing a lot of work and Say being at the right place, right where he needs to be. And that's what we talked about early on, right? We talked about how this entire team, the best they need, outside of finding different goal scorers, they need to find ways to produce through Say. And they did just that. There's Richmond with a shot, and right in the bottom left corner, easily makes it 2-0. What a goal from Nathan Richmond off his left foot.
Yeah, and I think we just referenced that's what he's capable of doing. He sells that he can drive the end line, and I think I said it earlier, Easton, then he can cut in and put it on his left, and he just shapes it into the far corner. Really, really nice technique just placing that ball. Sometimes that's just a case of accuracy is power, and he's able to pick out the far corner.
He switches from his right to his left, and it gets off a shot quickly. And boy, what have we seen in the last 5 minutes from Nathan Richmond?
Yeah, really, really fast start for him. But what you're talking about with Mohamed Say early is, you know, we always talk about how intelligent he is when the ball's in a wide area, and he's just able to find those little seams and gaps, and he can situate himself between defenders.
He does well to do that consistently too, and this is a great sign from this Clemson offense, one that just kind of didn't have that chemistry towards the first and second games of the season. They have a lot of transfers in. You see Jabert, both coming in from Oregon State. DeKin is a freshman. Potmar Boy is a freshman. You kind of just didn't see the chemistry lining up there. It was the first match of the season, and you just kind of seen the transformation slowly, especially that game last Friday against South Carolina, where their offense is just kind of starting to feel themselves out and click as we head into ACC.
And you can see the ball played in here for. He clips him Kalala just a little bit. It's easy decision for the referee. Yeah, absolutely, Easton. It's all about getting that early, preseason chemistry. But with all due respect, UCF has proven to be quite the team. You know, they got that. Obviously, the win here and then the win over NC State. It's a team I think will go far in the national tournament, and then UNCW is pretty darn good too.
Hard challenge there, and a little bit of contact there on Richmond. Almost looked like his on his head. Take another look here. That's a bit of a hard challenge there from Presbyterian.
That's just Galloway coming through Nathan Richmond's back a little bit to win that.
Jabert finds Montana on the right side. Both goals have come from the right so far. Good pass in. Hutchinson right on the edge of the 18. Hutchinson finds a shot, and he goes wide.
It's a good ball in from Carson Griffith, and Hutchinson gets in, doesn't quite get his hips around it, but full credit to Potmar Boy. Good positioning. They're able to provide cover, come over, not give Hutchinson a great angle to look at it. Good first time ball, nicely weighted. You can see Potmar Boy comes over, cuts the angle quickly. Even if he puts that on frame, he doesn't have a lot to look at.
Substitution there as we see McGregor Wickham come in for Ryan Galloway. Good pass over. Richmond with a great pass over to Say. Say right at the edge of the 18 and gets around the keeper for his second of the day. Mohamed Say. Oh my goodness.
Well,
what a pass.
Nathan
as well.
Richmond, have a day, son.
Nathan Richmond with an incredible pass. Almost around, behind his shoulder and around the defender. Waiting for a wide open Mohamed Say to make it 3-0.
And you talk about that chemistry, just having a sense of where his teammate is. He knows that Mohamed Say is going to be streaking in behind. Just plays it in. It looked like the far defender for Presbyterian actually kept Say on there. Nice, calm, cool, collected finish from Say. He recognizes he's in behind.
Yeah, for a second I thought he was going to be offsides, but it looks like the defender from Presbyterian kept him on right on that pass. But man, I mean, again, we talked about that production that Clemson's offense is looking for around them. Nathan Richmond has been the answer so far for the Tigers.
He's just been a real threat in wide areas and proven that he can score and provide.
Third assist of the year for Nathan Richmond, second of the day, and third goal for Mohamed Say. Tigers up 3-0 halfway through the first half.
This is good pressing here, just making the field small.
Richmond with a throw in. And he will hand it off to Montana. One thing you have to be excited about if you're a Clemson fan is what we were talking about earlier. You wanted to see that momentum continue and Clemson to capitalize on getting Presbyterian on their back foot, and I think they have so far.
And I think it's you know, don't really like the term trap game because I think every college soccer game is tough and can go any way, but you know, looking midweek, you've got this game kind of sandwiched between South Carolina and your ACC opener at Notre Dame. It's easy to kind of lose focus of what you're trying to do here on a Tuesday night. But they are certainly showing that they are in the moment and ready to compete.
Richmond inside once again to Say. Passes it out back. Find Lundegaard. Lundegaard at the top of the 18. Paris tries to get it to Say again. Goes right past him though, and James D scoops it up.
That's a good idea. And the little interplay there between your midfielders and your forwards is what you're looking for in those tight central areas.
.22 minutes left in the first half here at historic Riggs Field. Getting a little bit cooler here in the press box. Clemson is heating up on the field. Montana again on the right side. Jabay looking for an opening. Eventually we'll go back to Popmar Boy. It's another thing, Kevin, I feel like we don't normally see a freshman starting at center back of a three-man defense. And it says a lot that Noonan, it's cleared by Presbyterian College, it says a lot that Noonan trusts Marboy so early on in his college career.
Yeah, for sure, and I've always thought if you play a three-back, regardless of how you defend with those wide midfielders, you have to have a really, really good back three. A back three that's athletic, can cover a lot of ground, deal with diagonal passes, and Popmar Boy is up to the challenge. He's quick, he's strong in the air. I think the biggest thing is can he get more experience at this level, and he's played virtually, I think, every minute here so far this season. He's just going to get better and better.
Paris sends it out. The shot, oh, off the crossbar. That was Arthur Duquesne. And a foul there, but Duquesne does it well to put it almost on target as the ball curves in, and it was just off the cross.
Yeah, a little short corner kick. He's wide open. He just hits as the inside of his foot, trying to shape it to that top corner.
Man, you get that thing a little bit farther to the right, and you're talking about upper right-hand corner, and no keeper saving that.
It looked like James D had a pretty good beat on it. I don't know if he thought it was going to go wide or he just couldn't reach it.
Here comes Presbyterian, trying to find a way to stop the bleeding. A goal for them would be big before the end of the first half. Luke Gladden tries to find options out wide, but it's taken away once again by Clemson. Great fake there.
It's well done from Jackson Roble.
Roble's good to cross it into Richmond. Richmond testing the defender. Good crossover. Plays it in the box. Shot for Clemson, and it goes wide. Good passing in the final third there for Clemson.
And you've got to tip your cap to Nathan Richmond. You can see he's sizing up Presbyterian defender. He's waiting for the overlap develop, and then he just plays Enrique Montana in full stride. Duquesne goes for the one-time shot, pushes it just wide. Really nice forward run there from Montana.
Mass substitutions here for Presbyterian College.
That's one thing that Coach Venati talked about before the game is in preseason, in his first couple of games, every player on this Presbyterian roster has gotten minutes. You know, he's pretty early in this project, so he's trying to figure out two things, the players he can really, really count on, and he's just trying to learn about these guys.
Say hits it with his chest, tries to settle it, but two Presbyterian defenders are there to take it away. Yeah, you talk about a new coach and also a lot of players that aren't familiar with Clinton, South Carolina, as they have a huge roster turnover. And I think them, more so than a lot of teams, are really trying to find that chemistry and figure out who works best where.
Yep. He's, like I said, he's just trying to, he views this as a long-term project, which I think is the right way to look at it, particularly when you're hired the second week of February. Signing day is already passed, so now you're trying to fill your roster with players, and you're trying to make smart decisions, and really it's going to take 2 recruiting cycles to fully imprint your style of play and the type of player you want in your program.
Foul. Take it back for Clemson. Marboy over to Jabay. Presbyterian continues to try to find an answer. They did well to create a lot of offensive production against SWU to start the season, but just haven't gotten many chances since then. Marboy in the back.
And that's just a different animal, right? Playing against Southern Wesleyan versus Clemson. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. You're not going to have as much of the ball.
Lundegaard sits over the ball. Sends it forward. He's got Roble on the left side.
It's good patience from Roble.
Sends forward. Montana to Richmond. Over to Parrish. Trying to find Duquesne. He sent it in the box. Just couldn't be handled there.
Yeah, Duquesne just tried to knock the ball down for Jackson Roble to run onto. The timing was just off. But you can see Clemson's having some success stretching out this Presbyterian team with those diagonal balls.
Pressure on Ndima. Blue Hose trying to find an answer. Marboy coming out of Senegal. Played for the Senegal national team in the FIFA Beach World Cup.
How about
Not
that?
exactly the same conditions, I guess, but they did go pretty far in that tournament. Looks like he's done well to transition here.
Look at the composure on the ball for Gibet. He's comfortable running it, keeping possession.
Montana on the right side, Richmond again. Richmond takes it to the corner. He's one-on-one with a defender. Finds Montana inside the box. Montana past the defender, tries to kick it over him. Had a player there.
Yeah, clever little turn from Montana. I didn't think he was going to quite reach it when D came out. He's able to keep it. Earns Clemson a corner here. Looks like D's going to have it comfortably.
Looked like he was trying to pass to Roble there. It'll be sent out as we see some substitutions for the Tigers. James Kelly coming in for Mohamed Say, and then Nathan Richmond coming out for Tyler Trimnell. So Clemson making some substitutions as we hit 13 minutes left in the first half. Foul called before the cross in could be played.
Foul called against the Tigers.
Be Presbyterian ball. Kind of feel that Clemson's going to start trying to test that depth and find as many guys playing time so they can produce as much experience as possible before they head into that conference season.
Yeah, and that's something, if you feel like you're in the driver's seat and in command of the match, which they are right now here with about 32 minutes gone, 33 minutes gone, now you can, with a mind for the weekend, start preserving some legs, but also getting some younger players some experience.
Montana switched over to the left side now.
It looks like we have Remy Okanlula over here in that right midfielder position. I think these are his first minutes of the season.
Lolo playing back a little bit. There he is. Heads it away and right back to Marboy. Marboy with a great reach out.
He just showed his athleticism there, didn't he? Looked like the ball was certainly beyond him.
Good leave by Marboy again as he tries to save it away from a corner, but it will be. And it's the first one of the night for the Blue Hose.
Substitution for the Blue Hose. Entering number 21, Chase Kennedy. Leaving the match, number 4, Elijah Kalala.
Players crowding inside the box for Presbyterian. Here's their chance to make some noise before halftime. Cross in. And it is headed away.
Yeah, the ball had some potential there, just a whipped in ball, but it's kind of the cardinal rule of a corner kick is you have to beat the first defender, give your team a chance.
10 minutes left in our first half here at historic Riggs Field. Sun setting over Lake Hartwell as the sun becomes less and less of an issue for Presbyterian College. I mean, it was brutal towards the beginning of the match.
And just the lower it sets, it just feels like it's directly in your eyes.
And Lola with the challenge. Presbyterian will send it out. Quick sub here for Clemson. Brandon Parrish will be sent off.
Looks like Elton Chafamba.
Chafamba, another one of those offensive pieces for the Tigers we've seen here and there over the years.
He's
really speaks to the depth of this program.
He's good on the ball, but he's also clever getting forward. Good field vision.
Passing here on the left side from Clemson, trying to find a way over.
Enrico Montana just trying to get a little clip ball in there behind to release James Kelly.
Challenge there, and it looks like
Gibe just got
lifted
a little bit.
Gibe kind of got nicked right there, possibly in the angle.
Yeah, it looked like it came right across his Achilles as he was dribbling. Ouch.
Ooh. That never feels good, Kev.
I don't think there was any ill intent there on the part of the Presbyterian player, but that hurts nonetheless.
Tigers set to play out of the back once again. Kev, we've seen this Clemson team kind of adapt this season to the new way of college athletics through the transfer portal. Two great finds out of Oregon State in Gibe and Gibert.
Yep.
The Pac-12 Player of the Year in your sixth position is never a bad thing. And when you talk about what Coach Mike Noonan has been able to do there, the program in general, really the facilities that Clemson has built in the last few years, the way they're utilizing the transfer portal and just trying to get back to the College Cup after winning it all in 2021, it seems like Mike's really doing well to adapt to the new system.
Well, and I think that's one thing. Players certainly don't want to hear this, but competitive winning players want to hear it. And every year the coach's job is you should go out. Your job is to out-recruit your current roster, to push those players, and they will either rise to the occasion and continue to compete, or better players will come in. Either way, that's how your program gets better. And sometimes that's a traditional method of just players getting better. You know, Coach Noonan talked a lot about, I told him I was really impressed with Sean Smart the other night. He's been terrific the last two games, and he said that's what you want in your program, is players to get better, but also with transfers. And then, you know, the transfer portal has kind of changed that game because you can come in and play right away. There's no mandatory year to sit. And he's certainly got a couple of pretty good ones from Oregon State there, and Gibe and Gibert.
Does indeed. Three Frenchmen in the starting 11. Players from Spain, Ghana, Senegal.
That's a good decision for the referee to keep the flag down.
Great playing advantage. He tries to pass in there. And that's the first real chance we've seen in a play through from Akinlolo. And he does well there to send it through, and it just didn't have anybody on the other end of it.
Yeah, he does well, and he just starts dribbling at the heart of that defense, forcing a decision. I think Tyler Trimmerland Okanlola just were not quite on the same page in terms of timing. But again, that just comes with time and continuing to build chemistry.
Montana looking for Lundegaard. Trying to get it out of trouble there as they switch the field. You have Okanlola all open on the right side. Clemson loves to play it in the back. Great pass from our boy. Chifamba does well to steer clear of danger. Four minutes left in the first half.
And Clemson just remaining patient, methodical here.
Good pass over to the right, left side. The cross, and it is just out of bounds. Nice overstep. Let's take a look at how we got here. 3-0 Tigers, 15th minute. It all started with that Richmond dead leg and pass over to Muhammad Say.
Yeah, terrific. Beats the player to the end line. Provides Say with such a good pass. It's just a tap in.
Another one from Richmond. This time he takes it himself on the left foot. And one more time, Nathan Richmond with a pass over to Say. He finds it around the keeper, and it's 3-0 Tigers.
Some quality combination play there from Clemson to create those chances.
To say all the production has been a Say Richmond show has been an understatement. Nathan Richmond really playing a lot of nice balls in, and also doing it himself with that second one off of his left foot.
Yeah, I think perhaps D was a little shielded on that, but terrific technique just to pick out that far corner and shape the ball into the side netting.
A heavy pass over the heads of the Presbyterian defenders, but not enough on it to find the foot of a Tiger.
That's well done from Carson Griffith. Keep possession there for Presbyterian. Oh, that's clever from Jubei.
Good pass by Jubei. Challenge there, no foul called. And here comes PC. Quickly swiped away by Lundegaard. Jubei has it again, right in the center circle.
Oh, it just makes it look so easy, doesn't he? He's under immense pressure, and he's just so composed on the ball.
They pass it out to the corner flag. Looking for the cross inside. A great header, and it goes high. Oh, I mean, it was so well to put his head on it. But James Kelly just can't keep it on target.
Yeah, he does well. It looks like it. He's just trying to nod that, but what a first touch from Montana, and a terrific serve in.
I mean, that's a settle you dream of if you're passing it out to your corner flag. And he did well to get it to the head of James Kelly.
And the run and the timing from Kelly was outstanding. He just didn't quite get over the top of that.
1 minute remaining in the half.
60 seconds left in the first half, a half that has been dominated by Clemson, both in time of possession, chances created, and they have largely controlled the match to the pleasure of Mike Noonan. Kev, if you are head coach Nick Finati, what do you say to your team going into halftime?
Well, I think there'll be moments of him being pragmatic and learning about his team, but he'll also want to try to find a way to get a goal and get back in this thing.
10, 9, 8,
And I think it's a little bit similar to UNCW. Their adjustment at halftime was, okay, forget possession for a bit. Let's look to see if we can play in behind this team in transitional moments and hurt them.
Well, they'll try to do that in the second half. Clemson with an impressive record going into halftime with the lead under Mike Noonan. They will try to hold on once again as we come back for the second half. 3-0 Tigers as we go into the 15-minute break.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Rated E for everyone.
Play closer. Closer to curb. Closer to the raw. Closer to Grealish. Easy. Closer to Drogba. Play closer to these icons. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. EA Sports FC 24. Play closer on PS5.
PlayStation.
Life needs great teammates. Be there for yours. With retirement, benefits, and life insurance products, Symetra is your teammate for whatever lies ahead.
Hello, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order, please?
ご注文はお決まりですか?
Are you gonna order something? Or...
I've been exceedingly fond of McNuggets of chicken.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
And just like that, she starts to grin. The spark of something new begins. There's something in the water. On her own, she's in the zone. Resilience building in her bones. There's something in the water. On and off the boat, she flies. A force of nature on the rise. There's something in the water.
If you thought Monday Night Ball was big, wait till you see what's in our game plan at Toyota of Rock Hill. We're putting our all-star lineup of new Toyotas in motion. With 0 down, 0 payments for 3 months, and 0 cost maintenance. Backed by our rock-solid guarantee. Plus, get top dollar when you trade or sell us your car. So experience football season in an MVP, a brand new Toyota. From Toyota of Rock Hill, located minutes from uptown at exit 79.
Tourists. Tourists that turn into scientists. Tourists taking photos that are analyzed by AI. So researchers can help life underwater flourish.
Well, welcome back. If you're a Clemson fan, hope as you know about Clemson Plus. There you will find great videos, great storytelling that is available for your favorite team, the Clemson Tigers. For a little preview of what you'll find at Clemson Plus, here it is.
Kind of the first similarity was like how her brain works about the game. That level of strategic thinking so early was something that reminded me a lot of myself when I was a younger player. The thing that was really neat to see was McKenna was so confident in what she was doing on the court with the offensive side that there was a big trust that was built there between her and I.
When she transitioned to head coach, it did kind of have me looking at the bigger picture of like the whole team and like the program and just like the future of it and things like that, because I always knew I wanted to come here and change the culture and help it be a successful volleyball program. She kind of like had that bigger role, and I felt kind of like I maybe took a step up. Like I was like, okay, well now I can like kind of like take over like as a captain and a leader on the team as well.
Clemson, South Carolina this afternoon, the first game of a doubleheader to see who takes over first place in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Clemson and Florida State in a top 10 showdown. And we are getting set for game one of the 3-game series coming up over the next 48 hours. Clemson undefeated right now in the ACC, just one loss all year. Florida State right behind them at 8-1. Big expectations for the drama that is about to unfold with Clemson and Florida State.
Now, if you'd like more information about Clemson Plus, you can go to their website. It is ClemsonPlus.com, or also check out ClemsonTigers.com. Either site will get you the information that you need. And we'll come back with more after this.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up. Say goodbye to that truck. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
Rated E for everyone.
Play closer. Closer to Kerr. Closer to the Raw. Closer to Grealish. Easy. Closer to Drogba. Play closer to these icons. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. EA Sports FC 24. Play closer on PS5.
PlayStation.
Life needs great teammates. Be there for yours. With retirement, benefits, and life insurance products, Symetra is your teammate for whatever lies ahead.
Here's some advice. You can never go wrong with the classics, whether that's choosing Smirnoff Ice Original or choosing the next song on the playlist.
Hey, this takes me back.
Yeah, I don't want to go back. I can pay my rent now. My advice, choose Smirnoff Ice.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. At BK, have it your way.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
At Charmin, we're all about the science of softness. So, we doubly tested our Charmin Ultra Soft to prove its value really stacks up.
First up, the Cushy Soft test. Wow, softer than ever. Next, the absorbency test.
See, it's 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. So, Charmin Ultra Soft is always worth it.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have one more test to conduct.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Halftime here at historic Riggs Field. 3-0 Clemson leads over Presbyterian College. Let's take a look at some of the scores around the country in the ACC. Marshall, number 2 in the country, leads Pittsburgh 3-1 in the second half. A little preview of that game later on this week as Notre Dame, number 20 in the country, leads Detroit Mercy at the halftime 1-0. And then the Battle of the Commonwealth, 19 Kentucky, 7 Louisville, currently scoreless in the first half.
Yeah, Louisville's off to a fast start this year, and that's a Kentucky team that was the overall #1 seed in the NCAA tournament last year.
Lots of action going around in ACC men's soccer. We will come back with stats and highlights along with the start of the second half on the other side of the break.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up. Say goodbye to that truck. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
Life needs great teammates. Be there for yours. With retirement, benefits, and life insurance products, Symetra is your teammate for whatever lies ahead.
Rated everyone.
Play closer, closer to Kerr, closer to Grealish. Play closer to these icons. EA Sports FC24. Play closer on PS5.
The future is threatened by enemies often unseen.
Stay alert, Marine.
And unexpected. In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical, because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
Shelves. Shelves that know what taste buds want. Shelves smart enough to see, sense, react, restock. So Caramel Swirl is always there for the taking.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. At BK, have it your way.
And just like that, she starts to grin. The spark of something new begins. There's something in the water. On her own, she's in the zone. Resilience building in her bones. There's something in the water. On and off the boat, she flies. A force of nature on the rise. There's something in the water.
People nodding their heads to a little Margaritaville here at historic Riggs Field as we are set to start second half momentarily. But let's see how we got here in the first half. 3-0 Tiger lead. It all started with this beautiful pass from Nathan Richmond.
Yeah, look, he goes 1v1 to the defender, fakes like he's cutting inside, drives to the end line, and just puts a terrific ball across for Mohamed Say to finish easily.
Nathan with the moves inside of the box. And a gift to Say. Again in the 19th, it's Richmond, but this time he does it himself.
Yeah, he fakes like he's going to drive to the end line again. He just puts it on that left foot, shapes it into the far corner. Keeper slightly blinded, can't reach it. That's a quality finish.
Good move around, and now finally in the 21st minute, Richmond again with a pass to Mohamed Say, and he takes it the length of the field and scores.
Yeah, terrific vision from Richmond to release Say there in that moment, but the intelligence of Say to stay in an onside position as that Presbyterian backline steps up, and then he's cool on the finish in the 1v1 moment.
Lots of offensive production for the Tigers up top, and I think these stats are going to tell you all you need to know. Outshot 10-2. Outshots on goal 5-1. It's been Clemson completely in the Presbyterian side of the pitch for the first half.
Yeah, and you look, they've been clinical. 5 shots on goal, 3 goals. Well-taken opportunities, but I think more importantly, they've had the lion's share of possession, and they just want to keep that tempo up here in the second half.
Another thing you see, outfouled 11-3. Presbyterian just trying to slow down Clemson at this point. We will be right back with the start of the second half here at historic Riggs Field. Clemson has the lead, 3-0.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up. Say goodbye to that truck. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
Life needs great teammates. Be there for yours.
With retirement, benefits, and life insurance products, Symetra is your teammate for whatever lies ahead.
Rated everyone.
Play closer, closer to Kerr, closer to Grealish. Play closer to these icons. EA Sports FC 24. Play closer on PS5.
PlayStation.
Back here to start the second half at historic Riggs Field. A few substitutions made for both squads as we get ready for another 45 minutes of play. Clemson will kick off the ball. A brand new keeper on the Presbyterian side. In between the posts is number 29, Beatty Murray. Freshman out of Greenwood, South Carolina.
And you can see Coach Noonan has tweaked that back line. He switched Pop Marboy and Adam Lundegaard. Adam Lundegaard is playing as that lone center back, and Pop Marboy's come to the left back position.
Clemson continues to switch things around, just trying to find the best recipe moving forward and trying new combinations. They have the comfort of a 3-0 lead here. Good challenges there by Richmond, and a foul is going to be called on him.
Yeah, a little incidental contact, but
lots of passionate fans here on a Tuesday night after Labor Day. Angelo Lamb over the ball. Try to kick it out for the Blue Hose. Good header there. It'll go off Presbyterian for a Clemson throw-in. Montana trying to throw it long. He has it Richmond. Tries to head it to Say. And he keeps trying to head it over those Presbyterian defenders, and nothing's going. Marboy to Chafamba.
Yeah, he's just able to cut that out easily from Hutchinson.
Chafamba gets fouled there by Hutchinson. Take another look at this one. Just kind of reaches his leg in there. Not enough play on the ball. Send up to Hutchinson, no one there though. It's just a little bit short, and Clemson able to retake possession.
That's good vision from Lundegaard, and the recognition that the ball's going to go long. That's a sign of a smart defender. They can read the body language of the player serving, just drop off just a yard to buy themselves some space. Looks like he won a routine header in that moment.
Jabert sends it up, trying to find Montana. It's going to be foul.
Tyler Trimnell not happy with that call. He felt like he had fairly challenged Busby for it. Referee thinks he jumped into the Presbyterian player.
See Beatty Murray getting ready to send this one off. So we kind of see both teams put in new substitutions and try new things as they are looking to go into conference play. It'll be Hutchinson that takes the throw in. Wickham McGregor sends it out. Carson Griffith actually gets it back to his back line. Good pressure there by Nathan Richmond. Jordan Johnson sends it up. Deflected by a Clemson player. PC wants to start fast and have an answer here early. And they're looking to produce one. Great sidestep there. A bit of an overwork with the overstep and a foul eventually on the Clemson player.
Remy Okanlola there.
A missed a missed pass there in the back line, and just like that, Presbyterian has it throw in deep.
A better collective pressing from Presbyterian there, putting Chifamba under a little bit of pressure.
Good pressure there by Say.
It's the toughest part about pressing is, as a lot of teams can press with 3 and 4 players, but you really have to be organized for that next level pass.
Lundegaard gets it up to Richmond.
And nice pass there to break lines for Adam Lundegaard.
Chifamba playing back a little bit, almost like a defensive mid. He'll get it over to Montana. Montana on the left side. Good pass up to Richmond. Richmond inside the 18. Richmond with 3 defenders on him. Gets it out. The shot just wide for Elton Chifamba.
Richmond showing he's dangerous, cutting on the inside. He sets up Chifamba. You can see Chifamba is trying to pick out that far right corner, tees it up nicely.
Saw it coming. It was a nice idea.
And just about a yard wide.
Takeaway by Presbyterian.
Yeah, a lot of contact there between Gibert and Hutchison.
Called off. The pass hits directly off of a Blue Hose player. But Clemson will get it back, and here they come.
And that's one of the things Mohamed Say does so well. He's able to hold the ball up for you.
Akinlolo with a pass. Had 2 players there across inside the box. Clemson wants a foul. They're not going to get it. You see Say there with his arms up wide.
Yeah, terrific overlapping run from Akinlolo. And look at the ball. It's placed in there personally. I think there may have been a little contact.
Yeah, that's justifiable. Mohamed Say kind of got a little clip from the back of his run there. Akinlolo played a great ball. Great cross in. Had 2 chances there, but it looked like Say was tripped up, and that's why he is a little bit frustrated right now.
Yeah, that's a ball that when it's coming from the right like that, you're going to want to let that just run across your body and use your left foot. It looked like his left foot got clipped there.
Clemson will get it all the way back to Ndima, and they'll restart. Try to create something from their back line. Let's take another look at this potential foul. You see his left foot coming up right there, and it was certainly close.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think the referee made the right decision. There wasn't so much there that you had to call it.
Blue Hose trying to keep it on this half of the field. Good pressure there by Hutchinson. And this time it will be Clemson who draws the foul. Free kick here now for Carson Griffith. As you see here, just like Nathan Richmond just kind of grabbed his shirt a little bit, and a soft foul, but a foul nonetheless. Free kick. Edge of the 18, headed out by Clemson. Right up to Nathan Richmond on the counter. Richmond has 2 defenders in front of him. Yeah. Pass both of them. Richmond with a great pass by and a second shot, and it goes in. Nathan Richmond goes past 2 defenders, gets the first shot, deflected off the keeper, and who else but Mohamed Say to clip it in the back of the net for a 4-0 lead.
Well, this is all created from a terrific through ball from Brandon Parrish to release Nathan Richmond there. Puts him in a one-on-one position. He's been so dangerous tonight. And like you said, the save comes, and who does it fall to but Mohamed Say. Wraps up his hat trick. Another easy one. Look at the ball there from Parrish. Terrific first touch from Richmond.
Look at that step to the right there. Just gets them both looking. And then the shot there, it's nice. It's on target. Saved by the keeper, but it goes right to Mohamed Say. And just like that, number 9 has a hat trick for the Tigers.
Yeah, Busby's just grasping at him. You had Trimnell closing in there, but it fell to Say.
Man, that Richmond to Say connection has been crucial tonight for Clemson. And if I'm Mike Noonan, I am looking for that all year long. It's something that we haven't seen much from the Tigers. Usually they like to build out the back, but that nice counterattack there, great pass from Parrish.
And you can see the understanding of each other's positioning, and the chemistry between those two players, for lack of a better word, is growing. That's always a good sign. You're about to enter that stretch of games where you're getting into always difficult conference play in the ACC.
Good layoff from Say. Marboy trying to get it around, and they're on the back line now. So this time off a counterattack that was beautifully played by Clemson.
Oh, it's nice from Enrique Mandana. Good first touch in behind. Can't quite get on the end of it.
Here comes Presbyterian with a little bit of space on the right side. Parrish doing well to make back some of the ground that he lost, and also a great tackle there by Akinlolo.
That was initially nicely put together from Carson Griffin and Kalala.
Hard foul there by Presbyterian College, and they looks like they're going to draw out a card there.
Angelo Lim just going in the book there.
Was that Busby he drew the card on?
I think it may have been Angelo Lim. Could be wrong.
Let's take a look at that great slide tackle. Makamala on the other side. Really hard challenge there. And that is Angelo Lim who gets the yellow card.
Goodness, it's like he just stepped on his foot there as he came through him. Sets up a dangerous opportunity for Clemson, though.
Parrish with a free kick, tries to get it to the back post, nothing doing. They countered up high, the header right past him. Oh, it landed right at the foot of a Clemson player. This time it's Pope Marboy, the freshman, gets his first goal of the season, and it's 5-0 Tigers.
Well, Chafamba recognized that most of his players are forward in that second phase of that corner kick, and he just elects to put a 50-50 ball up there. Clemson is successful knocking it down, and Pop Marboy is the first one to pounce on it.
A great settle from the header. And Marboy was in the right place in the right time and does well to just kind of clip it past the keeper there to get his first goal ever as a Clemson Tiger.
And you can see the one Presbyterian defender doesn't step quick enough. Keeps Pop Marboy on.
Right with the outside of his foot. Well, I'm sure that one was special from the man from Senegal, as we see a few substitutions here at the top of Clemson's formation. Hutchinson challenging on the right side of the 18, taken away easily.
Well, that can be deflating when you're on the other end of that to give up goals in quick succession like that. You know, the first two goals in the first half came in the 15th minute and the 18th minute, and that'll take the wind out of your sails a little bit. And then all of a sudden, the first 10 minutes of the second half, two more are pumped in.
One of those situations where you just have to find a way to stop the bleeding. Talk about it. I mean, you're running up and down the field for 90 minutes, and you kind of need that motivation towards the last 30 to get you over the hump. And it's a lot harder if you're down 5-0.
Well, and that's the thing, right? It's early in this project for Coach Fanati, and you want to learn about your team. We'll get another look at this, Austin. Looks like Usman Silla just gets clipped a little bit. Keeps his leg in there, draws the foul. But, you know, you want to learn about your team, and you can in these situations. which players are going to continue to fight until the final whistle. Collectively, how strong they stick together to your tactical plan.
Well, they have about 33 minutes to make a statement to themselves and their teammates. Gonna hold strong here as a great free kick. Tries to get it on the left foot. A header in and right to the keeper, Beatty Murray, for the Blue Hose. Another great set piece there for the Tigers.
I think that was Jabert getting on the initial ball there at the far post. Couldn't quite reach it. Chumnall goes for the header on goal from distance.
You saw the initial idea. Find him there on the back post. Chafamba. Marboy and Lundegaard taken down hard on the challenge, and there will be a foul on Hutchinson. And he is not happy with that one. Had a breakaway there, got his foot on the ball, but that little push on the shoulder was just too much for the official.
Yeah, just a little reckless going in there, but you know, those are the situations as a forward you're kind of okay with a forward committing that foul. He may get away with it. It's far enough up the field that a restart's not going to be an immediate threat to conceding.
Will Kane sends it up. Akinlolo.
Ooh, little pace on Akinlolo there, wasn't it?
They're going to say it went off on him. Presbyterian will take back over. You want to talk about the depth on this offense. I mean, I know the chemistry is still building, and they still have a lot of time to find. I mean, it looked great tonight. Don't get me wrong, but when you can have a 5-0 lead and then bring Ousmane Sylla off your bench, it's an embarrassment of riches for the Tigers.
Yeah, and I think that's the same case with the women's team here at Clemson. They're just so deep, particularly along that front line. Just a number of players that can hurt you individually.
Loud horn, probably from a passing truck, maybe. We will play on here. Speaking of the women's team, there they are. Big matchup for them in a couple days as they take on number 7 Arkansas. Arkansas coming off a loss to North Carolina, and they will be hungry coming into historic Riggs Field.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a great matchup to test this Tiger team. It's Arkansas's a little bit of a different animal in how they play. Really athletic, like to get forward quickly. It's going to be a unique challenge for Clemson.
Clemson's women's team has been great in the beginnings of the season, quickly rising up into the top 10. A tie to start off the season against South Carolina, and since then they have been dominating. They went out on a little trip to Utah, got a couple wins out there, and have recently crossed in here on the corner. Falls off the hands of the keeper, but he's able to fall on it.
Yeah, they're getting goal production from a number of different players, which is always a good sign. Goalkeeper reads this well. Just kind of slips through his hands.
Marboy was looking for a second one there off his head.
Well, you can see the dew on the field. It's a little slick out there, and the ball was just a little wet.
That's something Clemson has been missing the last season or two, is a really big threat on corner kicks up high. If you can get 1 or 2 guys that can really get up there and put a head to it, it'll make all the difference when you get into the meat and potatoes of the regular season. Ooh. Foul there right on the edge of the 18, or not a foul. A hard challenge that wasn't called a foul.
Yeah, Kelly played Isaiah Easley, and I believe that was Easley. Really good little interplay between the two of them and Ousmane Sylla. A lot of movement off the ball, one-touch passes, you can see.
You see he tries to just jump over both of them.
And you can see he's already going down. Good call. Good no call on the part of the referee.
Good no call. Lots of pressure there. Good to see from that Presbyterian back line. See a few more substitutions coming in for both teams.
Looks like we have Titus Sandy replacing Gael Gibert. That Clemson back line.
Isaiah Easley coming in as well. We see Alex Walker coming back in for the Blue Hose as well. We've got about 28 minutes left in the second half. 5-0 Tigers. It has been a display for Nathan Richmond and Mohamed Say as a cross goes in there, tries to find somebody on the back post, but it will go well out. An absolute display between Nathan Richmond and Mohamed Say with a little Pop-Mart boy sprinkled in there on a set piece. And got to be happy for Coach Mike Noonan going into Friday.
Taylor Bagby, our producer Rick Bagby's daughter, here at the match. And Ella Raziecki. Is that Raz? Did I get it right?
Sure.
Athletic trainer for men's team here.
There you see Tyler Trimnell. A lot of these players now just have the opportunity to get playing time and show something to this Clemson coaching staff and the Presbyterian coaching staff and really earn their spot as a mainstay on the squad and say, this is why you want me in your 18. This is why you want me on game day coming in either as a starter in the 11 or filling in as a substitute in the later minutes of the game. This is, I mean, the score is certainly one-sided, but don't take these last few minutes for granted.
Yeah, correct. Game's opening up a little bit now.
Foul there. They're going to call it a yellow card shown to number 12 for Presbyterian College. Sandro Rabari Voni. And Adam Lundegaard is down, as well as Hutchinson, number 9. Ooh, see, look at that. Oh.
Yeah, just a little late on the challenge there. Cleat comes across Lundegaard's ankle.
Never fun.
I didn't get a glimpse of what's ailing Hutchison.
If I had to guess,
it's like she's
probably a pretty big cramp.
Yeah, I'm thinking tissue, either Charlie horse or he's cramping.
Mm-hmm. Hutchinson has played the majority of the minutes here tonight. It's a very humid night here in Clemson, South Carolina. If you don't properly hydrate throughout the day, man, here in the last few minutes, that'll get you.
Well, it's always deceptive too, and a lot of times it's how well were you hydrating yesterday in the build-up for today's game, and it's deceptively it's the evening game, but I think the temperature at kickoff was 84. It's been pretty hot here the last couple of days.
Absolutely, probably stayed. It's around 80, 79 maybe here at 8:34 Eastern time. Clemson threatening the 18 once again. Cross in will go behind the net and out for a goal kick. And now we will see a substitution for Clemson inside the net.
Logan Brown coming in to replace Joseph Van Dimma.
Logan Brown, the freshman out of Spartanburg. Also Dawson Malcolm coming in to replace Adam Lundegaard on the back line.
And this is where Coach Noonan can start turning his attention to Notre Dame. 65 minutes for Lundegaard on a Tuesday is plenty. He put in a good shift.
Yeah, we talk a lot about how challenging the ACC is in itself. Now easily the premier conference in college soccer. And it just keeps getting better with the additions of Stanford and Cal. I mean, you talk about history.
And SMU is kind of had a resurgence here in the last few years as well.
Hutchinson down again on the far sideline.
Yeah, I think he is cramping up. This may be it.
Looks like they got him some Gatorade. Well, hopefully that's all that is. His night is done. He did a lot to threaten a few times in Clemson territory. And you are looking to see a lot of promise and offensive production out of him as they go into the season in the Big South.
Well, Sean Smart getting some minutes over here at left midfielder.
Sean Smart.
For me, he's just been exceptional the last couple of games. His ability to defend, he's quick. He can serve some good balls when he gets forward.
Plays the wing well. Before tonight, he was Clemson's assist leader with 2. Since then, Nathan Richmond, let's see, 1, 2, 3 assists for Nathan Richmond. Tagged it onto the other one, and he's got 4 on the season.
Yeah, I think the guy sitting next to him owes him a steak dinner. He put a couple of those balls on a plate for Mohamed Say to finish off.
That's a challenge there. Hard tackle and a foul right at midfield. Yeah, those two have been astounding tonight. Mohamed Say done well to really just finish off some great passing and footwork from Nathan Richmond. And Richmond also getting one himself. So I know we got about 22 minutes left, but I'm going to go ahead and give Nathan Richmond the player of the match.
Okay.
Is that a bit premature?
I don't think you can argue that. I mean, Mohamed Say with a hat trick is pretty nice, but Richmond just he's had a hand in, well, 4 of the 5 goals.
No, nothing
been
special.
on fire, hasn't he?
Contributing to 4 goals in the night. Nothing crazy. Hard plays there. Silla. It'll get out wide. Great challenge there from the Blue Hose. They'll shoot it high, and it'll go well outside of any player or the goal. We get a couple of substitutions here. Let's take a look at Potmar Boy, the other one. The outside of Say and Nathan Richmond. It's him. This pop-up, a header down, and Marboy was able to bag his first goal as a Clemson Tiger there on the outside foot touch.
Yeah, credit to Chafamba. The second phase of that set piece, he recognizes all the big men are forward. He just pumps the ball right back in. I think that was Tyler Trimble knocking it down for Potmar Boy to finish off.
He has been locked down on the back line for Clemson so far early on in the season. And now he's got a little something going on offense to show for it. Isaiah easily on the right side taken down, and another challenge by Usman Silla. As he will take the throw in. Akinlolo with the pass. Shafamba goes to his left. Works their way inside the left part. Sean Smart with a pass in there.
He's just so quick, isn't he?
Late challenge there, and the foul will be called. Sean Smart draws the late hit.
Yeah, Leon there, just a little late on the challenge. I thought surely referee was going to let play continue as Clemson kept possession and we're on the attack.
Comes right in there in the end. It looks like he takes him off on his ankle. Yes. Hard to see it there, but
yeah, that's one of those situations I think Coach Venati will be telling Leon the player's going negative. He's going away from goal. There's no need to foul. You continue to pressure and not allow the turn, but be disciplined there.
Stopping the clock at 20 minutes, making sure Smart can tie his boot back up. So we'll have a free kick here. Here's a send in. Tries to find a head. It'll go off PC though for a corner kick. 5th corner of the night for the Tigers. Jackson Roble stands over it. Roble sends it in. Finds a head, and it's just not enough. And I don't know.
Tell, is that Malcolm?
I cannot tell
Malcolm
right now.
Getting on the end of it, it looked like maybe he made kind of awkward contact, maybe came off his ear a little bit.
Yeah, Dawson Malcolm.
Or is
that his eye? Yeah, his eye is swelling up quickly.
Was there contact with another player?
I didn't see it. There's a possibility that someone kind of got a high cleat as he was heading it down because he had his head pretty far down.
Yeah, it may have been, looks like Pop Marboy, maybe 2 Clemson players converging on it. Yeah, there's Pop Mar.
Yep, there's Marboy right there. Ooh. Yikes.
That looks like.
I can't tell if it still looks like the ball hit his head or his face right on his eye, and Marboy kind of got him right on the chin, maybe.
He's gonna have
either way.
Shiner.
Yeah, he's gonna have that one for a few days. Well, Terry Watson will step in to take his place as he goes and gets checked out. Make sure that it's nothing serious. I'm sure it's just a shiner. Foul there. Pop Marboy looks like was the recipient of that, and Presbyterian will have a free kick here and a chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard. The header. Oh, well, they had a chance there on the left post, and they just couldn't get a foot to it. That's Carson Griffith trying to get the outside of his right foot to turn in a little bit.
Yeah, Presbyterian's first to the ball here. Nice little flick on. Looks like Carson Griffith continues his run, nearly gets a touch on it. Preseason, all Big South pick. He'll be key for them going forward as they move into conference play.
Yeah, it was second team Big South last year. One of the returners down in Clinton. And they will rely on him heavily going into the conference. Akinlolo trying to get around a Presbyterian player, gets it back. Isaiah easily cuts it back, right on the sideline. Hard pressure here. Titus Sandy kicks it around the horn. And the back line will try to switch the field as it's taken away by the Blue Hose.
Pop Marboy just cuts that out, makes it look easy.
Akinlolo.
Will Kane just changing the point of attack quickly.
Well, it's screened out from Isaiah easily, but it'll be a Clemson throw in here with 17 minutes left in the second half. Akinlolo dribbles it past a few defenders, but boxed out there.
Good job breaking pressure there from Presbyterian.
Presbyterian had some space. They are looking for an opportunity to threaten here. Kicked up but too far there by number 3, Ryan Galloway.
That's not a bad idea from Griffith. Just the weight of the pass was a little heavy.
So James Kelly coming back in. Mason Jimenez. Mason's first game, his third game of the season, and then twice in the last 2 matches. Kicked out once again by Presbyterian. Man, there are a small portion of the Tiger Band. Not sure if that is a part of the troop that went up to Durham last night, but if it is, they have made a journey here in the last 24, 48 hours to once again be here and be loud for Clemson.
That would be a long day
right now.
Houston.
Pressure there on Logan Brown, and he does well to just sky it almost into the press box.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision. Rather than trying to deal with that, just pump it forward and defend a throw-in 40 yards upfield. Pressure was coming quickly from Presbyterian there.
Coach Radwanski probably came pretty close to hitting him. A man who says this is potentially the best roster he has had here at Clemson. And a big one coming up Thursday for the women's team. That is going to be a test for them as they take on the Razorbacks of Arkansas.
Well, I think there's something certainly to be said for the depth of that roster this year. They can make several substitutions and the level does not drop. Good number of them in attendance tonight there.
Great passionate fans. For a Tuesday night, I'm sure a lot of these students had a treacherous Labor Day weekend studying and doing homework. And now they are enjoying this Clemson lead.
They've already knocked out their study hall hours.
I'm sure.
They've put in the work.
Sean Smart to throw it in. Tigers will switch the field here. Find Akinlolo.
It's well done from Titus Sandy.
Chance here inside the box, taken down, and they will call it a penalty. Foul right on the left side. A controversial one. PC doesn't like it.
Looked like there was a little miscommunication from Sean Smart and Jackson Roble, but Sean Smart's quickness, he's able to put himself in a position, and yes, there's contact.
Sean just barely gets a touch on it before player comes in there.
Yeah,
22, Elliot Chaffee.
Yeah, he certainly made the most of it, but let's see if they can capitalize here with Jackson Roble.
Roble, bottom left corner, easy as you like. Roble with his first goal of the season. And just like that, Clemson is up 6-0 over Presbyterian College. Calm, cool, collected there from Roble.
Keeper guesses right, but he's put it far enough in the corner and he's hit it with enough pace. Keeper's never going to get to that one.
A lot of Tigers getting on the score sheet for the first time this season today. And Jackson Roble is one of them. 78th minute. Great penalty there. Clemson now up 6-0.
Flag stays down.
I think we're still celebrating here.
Yeah, they've gone down the other end, and Presbyterians earned a corner kick here.
Comes a chance on a corner from the Blue Hose. Second of the night.
I think that Titus Sandy there won the ball initially, but was fouled as he was clearing that.
Talk about looking past this game to Notre Dame, but Clemson's got a bit of a road trip here on and off the next few. They go up to South Bend Saturday at 7 p.m., and then they follow that up with a trip all the way from Indiana down to Tampa, Florida to take on the South Florida Bulls on Tuesday, September 12th. And that'll be followed by a great game, usually, between Clemson and Duke right here at historic Riggs on Friday, September 15th. So you look at the next three games, they're definitely manageable, but you have to be a lot more confident if you're Mike Noonan in what you've seen with your offense today.
Well, even in the first two games, talking to Coach Noonan, he felt like the soccer box to box was pretty good. They were getting forward. The final pass was just lacking a little bit in the final third, and that started to come together. And then really the quality of the finishing tonight, I think, is what stood out to me. They've been clinical with their chances. See the jersey pull there.
Down there.
Which I think that was Leon. If that's Leon, he needs to be careful because he's sitting on that yellow already.
Sean Smart makes his way into space. Passes it out wide. Akinlolo is there. Mohamed Say passes it in the middle. Tigers still looking for more. Up 6-0. Clemson with a shot from the corner of the 18, blocked, and Presbyterian will just clear it out. Take another look at this schedule here. Number 20 Notre Dame on Saturday. South Florida, trip all the way down to Tampa Bay the following Tuesday, and the number 10 Duke comes in here Friday night, September 15th, and that one will be fun.
Yeah, and I think that game is always interesting because you're talking about Duke head coach and John Kerr, who was at Harvard while Coach Noonan was at Brown, so they knew each other from their Ivy League days, and now they're number of great games between these two teams last several years here in the ACC.
A number of great games. Look a little bit past that. We had it up for a minute. Another great chance for Clemson inside the 18. Smart with the crossover. Nobody there, though. And it'll go to the Blue Hose.
Yeah, he was expecting Kelly to continue his run in on goal, and Kelly, I think, made the right decision. Just kind of checked his run and separated himself between the lines of the defenders, and Smart was already committed to whipping that across.
Another great chance for Clemson. We're talking about the schedule. Duke's challenging. We look a little bit farther ahead to this later this month in September, and we have, after Duke, we have Gardner-Webb, obviously, and then on a Friday night, there is probably one of the best matchups we've seen in the last 10 years or so between Clemson and Wake Forest. I mean, that has been the rivalry in Clemson soccer, or in ACC soccer. Oof, man, that's tough.
A little heavy contact there. Yeah, the game that Clemson will have against Wake Forest on the road, that's always a quality matchup. Bobby Muse has done a terrific job there with the Demon Deacons.
That one will be on the ACC network. Mike Noonan with 3 top 20 teams over his next 5 matches. And he will be well prepared for them. Presbyterian inside the 18. Dances around the defender, and a great scoop up there right in the corner for Logan Brown.
Yeah, and that's perhaps Presbyterian's best opportunity. Alex Walker showing why he's a dangerous wide player.
See a nice move there.
Yeah, puts it on his left, and Logan Brown did well to carve out the angle to cut that out.
6.5 minutes left in the second half. It has been a match that has been dominated by the Clemson Tigers. Something that they wanted to work on was offensive production, finishing. And I think they have done that throughout this match. Akinlolo, great hustle to keep it there.
Just a little foul from Akinlolo, trying to get around, win the ball.
They'll call it out of bounds before the foul and give it to McGregor Wickham.
This one.
Presbyterian has largely been overtaken throughout the match, but they've had some bright spots, a few of them, and if you are Coach Nick Finati, you really have to be leaning on those going forward to try and help build the chemistry and the playmakers of this program.
It's a young team, you know, talking about 16 newcomers, so it's one thing to play a preseason scrimmage match. It's another thing to come in and play a traditional top 25 team on the road in Clemson. It's a different challenge that can be daunting for even a more experienced player, but for a young player, that can be a tough atmosphere to play in.
Good opportunity for Clemson right on the edge of the 18. A header over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. The Blue Hose have a few more games on their non-conference schedule. Get another look at this. Great first shot here.
Yeah, good block there from the Presbyterian defender. Kelly's just trying to put that on frame.
Does good to head it. It's just a bit too high. Saturday, they travel up to Lexington, Virginia to take on VMI. Then they will have 2 more games in Clinton against ETSU and Jacksonville before starting their Big South Conference schedule in Asheville, North Carolina on September 23rd on UNC Asheville. So if you're Coach Fanati, you're really looking to make a statement in the Big South and prepare this team as much as possible. Bit of a struggle here tonight, but you've got 3 more opportunities over the next 2 weeks to really settle this team in and get them ready for Big South play.
And each game is a learning opportunity that not just for the players, but for the staff as well. You can see their road match against VMI, home to ETSU, home to Jacksonville, and they'll go on the road again for UNC Asheville.
Clemson once again. Sean Smart leading the charge. He'll pass it off wide. With 3 minutes left, Akinlolo right outside the 18. The 1-2. He'll work his way into the right side, and it will be cleared out for throw-in.
Clemson continuing to get forward.
Tried to cross it in there again, but B.D. Murray will be there to scoop it up.
Yeah, really nice look from James Kelly there. Just trying to play Roble in.
Kev, we've seen the breakout stars, some great performances from Scylla, Nathan Richmond. Potmar Boy has been great on defense and had a great goal there in the second half. Is there anyone else that stands out to you that has really improved their game and has made a statement here tonight against Presbyterian?
I think Jackson Roble has been active. Obviously, when Brandon Parrish was on and Gibet, I thought they were very good in midfield. But, you know, for me in the back line for Clemson, I think Adam Lundegaard continues to be solid. And that's a nice little combination if your back three is Lundegaard, Potmar Boy, and Gael Gibert. That's pretty solid going forward, something you can certainly build on.
It certainly is. You can. We've been talking about it over the course of this match, but the chemistry just really seems to start clicking in the midfield, especially over the last match or two. I think Gibet has really found his groove in that number 6 position for Clemson, as well as Brandon Parrish, obviously Arthur DeKin on that left side, and Clemson's found these alleys out wide to create opportunities down the field.
Yeah, it kind of all came together tonight for them, didn't it? And they'll have certainly a tougher challenge in their next match on the road with Notre Dame, but pretty comprehensive performance tonight.
It certainly will, but tonight Mike Noonan and his squad will go home happy as a very convincing